Hey friends, this is the Miss Wolfie from our half-acre homestead with another leftover makeover meal. Yes, we're still dealing with pork. Today we're going to make pork goulash. Okay, this is a recipe that we used to eat quite often when we were kids, but we used hamburger. So we're going to use pork today, but first you're going to need a can of tomatoes, can of mushrooms, leave it out if you don't like it, 2 onions, 2 medium size or 1 large sweet pepper. And first things first, I'm just going to take the hearts out of these things, just give them a rough cut and throw them in my food processor with the S-blade. Now, onions and peppers, you can do this in the food processor. Just don't throw your meat in with them, because meat and vegetables have 2 different textures and all you'll end up with is mush. So we want chunks of these vegetables in our goulash. You're going to need some macaroni elbows or pasta of your choice. And yes, the green peppers came out of my garden. I finally got peppers to grow. They're not red like they're supposed to be, but they are peppers. All right, so we're just gonna put this on, pulse it a couple of times. The reason we pulse is to let the larger chunks get down to the bottom. They might just sit on top if you just put it on straight chop. Isn't that lovely? Into the crock pot that goes. Oh yeah, this is another crock pot dinner. Doesn't matter now if we clean those bits of vegetables out, because we're going to put the meat in. Here's a nice big beautiful piece of our leftover pig roast pig. I'm just going to pull the fat off of it, and we're just going to, again, rough cut our meat into chunks. I'm telling you folks, if you don't have a food processor with an S-blade, you don't have to have a meat grinder to do this. If you have a food processor with an S-blade, it will work just as well. And in that goes. We just want it rough chopped. Okay, so there's our peppers, our onions, and our meat. And I'm really glad this piece is the piece that came in the house, because it was one of the hams and it's slightly undercooked, so we do want to recook this. Now this is very similar to our sloppy joes, except one thing. We're not using barbecue sauce and we're not using buns. We're using canned tomatoes. First we're going to add lots of garlic. Okay, you put however much garlic you want in. We are garlic people, and it's really good for you. Little pink Himalayan salt, some pepper, that's it. And we're putting this in now. Why? Because we want the tomatoes to go over top. You use whatever kind of tomatoes you want. I like canned whole tomatoes. And we're going to set this on low, and we'll come back later about a half an hour before it's time to eat, and we'll add the noodles. Okay, that was Daddy calling, saying that he was on his way home. See what I mean about the liquid? There's enough liquid in there that just the right amount of noodles will absorb it without getting mushy. We'll see you when Daddy gets home. Okay, so Papa's home. Let's get him some pork goulash. And see, the macaroni is now cooked just perfectly. Daddy says hurry up and eat. We got to go buy feed. And he wants to take me out for an ice cream cone. Always with the pepper.
Always.
Don't you trust my judgment on flavor?
I know it won't have enough pepper.
What a guy. So, this is pork goulash with the rest of the pork that was in the fridge. Does it need more pepper?
Just about right now. Very tasty.
This is the mrsvolfie from our half-acre homestead saying, pork goulash! One more way to use your leftover pork. The rest of the pork is frozen. Thank God. Take care, God bless.